What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the THC Temple. And today we're going to be talking about becoming a fan of people after they passed away. Finding out about them after they passed away or just whatever. And I wanted to talk about this subject, because just even here recently, but, just even, in my generation, people like Prince, Michael Jackson, speaker knockers, what I'm saying? Either, it's a whole lot of people, like you may have, like Michael Jackson. I'm a 20-year-old dude. So growing up, I've always listened to Michael Jackson growing up, but when he died, and especially with my generation being the internet generation, like just imagine somebody dying back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody died back then, like a big celebrity, unless, they were playing it on the TV or you went to go buy their stuff like CDs or movies or whatever. It wasn't much to it, but nowadays, there'll be like, gossip rumor for days on the internet, and you can look at all the documentaries and secret tapes behind the scenes. You can look at YouTube clips and Bluetooth. You can, it's a whole, the doors and the shit is endless. So, and one thing I also want to talk about, man, if you guys didn't know, man, Tupac's mom passed. I think she passed away today, and that's fucking crazy, man. Because for one thing, I listen to a little bit of Tupac every day. I'm not, a crazy, the whole listen to the entire catalog, but, I listen to a little bit of Pac every day. And, just here yesterday, I was looking at this Instagram meme yesterday. It was one of those memes, where it has, facts and shit, anytime you see those social media, factual memes, it's like 50% real, 50% fake, but whatever. Either way, that's what, it was talking about, it said Tupac's mom makes about $900,000 a month off of, Tupac's estate. And I was seeing that yesterday. So, it was just a random fact. I was like, whoa, cool. And, when I saw it, I was just thinking about, the fact of how cool it is, you make something, you live a legacy, like Tupac, he was here. How long was Tupac making music for? Fucking, it was less than 10 years, wasn't it? I'm not sure, going up, almost close to up there, though. So, what I'm saying, he did all that work and all that, and you see now, even though he's been dead and gone for a long time and his mom just passed, but even up to this day, she's still making money off of his estate. And now that she's gone, Tupac's, family or, however way that'll go, they'll still benefit, from life on. So I always thought that was cool. I'm playing, Dear Mama, one of my favorite Tupac songs, about his mom. I heard that song when I was in, that was one of the first Tupac songs I ever heard, and that shit was super, it was just super dope, man. Vivid, being in the first, second grade, whenever I had first heard that song, the fact that I could see it and hear it, super dope. But either way, let's get into this topic here. See, even like Tupac, kids today, somebody, Tupac lives on today, in music, young kids my age, like I said, I'm 20 years old. So a lot of kids my age listen to Tupac, or not even to say listen to Tupac, but they know Tupac. You know what I'm saying? They know Tupac really, really good, They know a few songs, they know a little bit of this, they know a little bit of that. If it would have been an artist back in the day, like I said, the 1940s, say a real big artist. It's a lot of artists from back in the 40s now, or not even to say the 40s, but, even, let's say the 40s, back in the day, way back when, before Elvis and all that, because even, when Elvis came up, things were starting to get, especially with entertainment, a lot more hype. So that's why Elvis buzz was a whole lot better than it was, because of just the hype train. But like I said, if you see, like today, like with Prince dying, a whole lot of kids from my generation didn't know Prince. And that's because, for one, he would do things like a lot of his music and music videos and stuff like that aren't on YouTube, and it's not on Apple Music. And I think that he's on Tidal. So other than that, though, he wasn't on streaming services, and he had just gotten on that, not too long ago. So the multiple ways that kids eat up, entertainment these days, Prince wasn't there. The internet, Prince isn't there. Michael Jackson, he's all over the internet. Like I said, after Michael Jackson had died, man, it was so many young kids getting on him. It's crazy. Like I said, music, I tend to, music doesn't really change, or, and I'm, mostly thinking about because when I talk about these guys, when I'm talking about, in this subject of people who die, I'm mostly thinking about music because, and just off the top of my head, it's mostly just been, not to say just been, but, it's been a lot of musicians dying, just, Amy Winehouse or a lot of type of folks like that. I say one of the most surprising celebrity deaths, though, was Bernie Mac. To me, that was in 2006, somewhere like that, 2007. But I had always been a big fan of Bernie Mac. That's another thing. Now they'll have the Bernie Mac show, playing Uber reruns and all types of stuff like that. And it's crazy because I remember when they were doing that same thing. I remember when it was new episodes, and I remember when the show had ended and they were just playing reruns and shit like that. And Bernie Mac was still alive. You know what I'm saying? So it feels weird. It feels different. So, because the reason I say that is because a kid who didn't experience that, a kid who didn't know Bernie when he was coming up, he's basically in, TV wise and everything, and on the internet and everything, it's like they're still here. It's like they didn't go nowhere. Like I said, I wasn't there back in the day, but I'm pretty sure after you died, after they stopped running the shit in the newspaper, you were pretty much out of there. Like Bankroll Fresh, he's another artist, homie, I got him playing now. I found out about him after he had got shot. He got killed coming out of the studio. I think that was late February, March, or somewhere like that, not too long ago. And, it was crazy because, when it happened, everybody who was already fans of him, everybody, I saw people, who you wouldn't expect to listen to his music, just saying, really, being not even just saying, oh, rest in peace, Bankroll Fresh. People were really like, oh man, this dude was really deep. This guy was really dead. This guy was who? This guy was high. So, I looked him up and whatever. And, I was looking at, his documentaries before that. They do, like a day in the life of his vlogs and shit like that. That's the joke, people, that man is dead. But I can still go on YouTube right now, and I can look at videos of him as if he was still alive. Not even like a music video or a concert this one time like it would have been back in the day. But I could literally look at vlogs of him, literally look at him doing this, literally look at him doing that. And, realistic, it's kind of like these people. Like, your legacy lives on today more than it ever has. It'll be, you gotta imagine, YouTube just came out 2005. So, just in the year 2030, there will be big YouTubers that, have passed on. You know what I'm saying? And there will be fans, newer fans that are coming to watch those YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? So, it's one of those things, like I said, back in the day, or, us, just okay, us people, how much do we really care about the people from back in it, from the people 400, 500, or that's a little bit closer, but let's say 600, 700 years ago, other than the founding fathers or people, prominent people, Harriet Tubman, the Frederick Douglasses, the big names. Other than that, how many of those little guys do we really care about? Not even to say little guys, but like William Shakespeare. You mean to tell me that William Shakespeare was the only playwright of his time? You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say, if that would have been, if they would have had the internet back then, you know what I'm saying, and just say the world would be regular today, like the butterfly effect didn't change that much from them having the internet back then, or just them having, oh no, I think my speaker fucked up, fucking piece of shit. But if we put it this way, if we had better documentation of those people, we would care more. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Today, like I said, we have documentation out the ass. If you go hard enough, somebody, like I said, you can be dead for 100, 200, 300 years, but there'll still be people, basically there. Not even to say there, but, they'll have you on your mind, or they'll have you on their mind as if, you were still there. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, then you cool, because I halfway know what I mean. I know what I mean, but I'm like, I know some people don't know what I mean, but you get me, you feel me. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, man. And like I said, it's just, it's a shame when you have to find out about somebody, after they pass, and then you find out, that you like them so much, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Bankroll Fresh, I had always heard a little bit about him, and, I was into Speaker Knockers before he had passed, but I was into him just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I still doubted him a bit, because I didn't listen to much of him. But then, when he was gone, I was like, damn, sad that, like I said, it's fucked up and it's crazy. But one of the beautiful things about it, man, like I said, is that you do still get a chance, even as a dead person. Like, you know, it could have been a MySpace rapper or a MySpace actor or somebody out there with a guy with a cartoon, and then he passed away, and then, you know, like 2-3 years later, his shit picks up and, you know, becomes some kind of phenomenon, and he's not even here to see it. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much about it. All right, y'all. So this is a good blunt talk. You already know we're gonna do a couple other more things today. Probably already uploaded. You know how sometimes I upload the same thing at the same time, but I don't know what I'm gonna do today. You never know. So either way, check this out, man. I love y'all. Y'all already know what to do. Know what to be and what to boo. And let's go ahead and make this a good month, man. Love y'all.